You have a lot of debt, you're misbehaving with money, and then you come off as prideful and arrogant about how you can handle your credit cards because you pay them off every month when 78% don't, and even those that do overspend, especially those of you with airline miles. It's the biggest scam in freaking history.
You've probably heard of Dave Ramsey, the envelope guy. The guy who says debt is dumb, credit cards are evil, and avocado toast is optional, as if brunch is the reason we can't buy a house. But what happens when you take advice designed for the 1990s and try to apply it to 2025? A world of 6 lattes, 2,200 one-bedroom apartments, and a job market that thinks full-time means 30 hours a week, no health insurance, and we pay in vibes. Today, we're breaking down 10 times Dave Ramsey gave financial advice that just doesn't work anymore, and what you should do instead. No hate for Uncle Dave, but some of his tips belong in a museum right next to floppy disks, dial-up internet, and Blockbuster memberships. And hey, before we dive in, smash that subscribe button like it's a $15 budgeting app you forgot to cancel. We drop fresh financial truths every week, no envelopes required. Now let's begin. Point 1, don't ever use credit cards. Dave says, cut up your credit cards. You don't need them, ever. In theory, great. In reality, in 2025, you need a credit score for literally everything. Renting an apartment, getting a car, sometimes even landing a job. According to Experian, the average Gen Z credit score rose to 695 in 2024, largely because many are responsibly using credit to build history. Not using credit at all can actually hurt you. The key isn't avoiding cards, it's using them smartly. 2025 fix: get a secured or rewards credit card. Automate a few bills and pay it off monthly. No debt, but a solid credit score that'll keep your adulting dreams alive. Just don't use it if you don't have the money to pay it off. Point 2, buy a house with 100% down. Dave's big on paying in cash. That's cute, until you realize the median home price in the US is now over $420,000 according to Redfin. Let's be real, most 25-year-olds don't have that kind of cash lying around, unless they accidentally invented the next ChatGPT. 2025 reality. Rent keeps rising, and waiting to save $400,000 in cash could mean getting priced out altogether. Smarter play. A 20% down payment is ideal, but first-time buyer programs, FHA loans, and shared equity plans are much more realistic in today's market. If you think this is helpful so far, feel free to smash that like button so that you can help other people too. Point 3, student loans are always a mistake. Dave says never take on student debt. Again, lovely idea, but 2025 still runs on degrees. The average student loan debt is $37,090 according to educationdata.org, but not all degrees are created equal. Gen Z perspective. Many are choosing boot camps, trade schools, or starting businesses. The ROI matters more than the diploma now. Solution: take on smart debt. Go to a community college, live at home if possible, and choose a degree with a high salary-to-cost ratio. Point 4, never lease a car. Dave preaches buy used, pay in cash. In 2025, used car prices are still sky high, up 35% compared to pre-pandemic levels, according to Cox Automotive. A reliable used car can still cost you $18,000 plus, and financing rates have jumped too. Modern reality, leasing or financing a fuel-efficient hybrid might actually be smarter than dropping cash on a clunker that dies in 12 months. Alternative, consider car subscriptions, electric vehicle tax credits, or public transit if you're one of the lucky few who have it. Point 5, everyone should have a $1,000 emergency fund first. Dave's baby step 1, save $1,000 for emergencies. But in 2025, that barely covers one tire and a latte while you wait at the mechanic. According to Bankrate, 44% of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency in 2024, and inflation's made that worse. Updated goal, aim for at least $2,500 to $3,000 if you're single. More if you have dependents, a car, or unstable income. Start small, but don't stop at $1,000. Point 6. Work one job and budget better. In a world where rent is 50% of income and groceries are up 19% since 2021, according to USDA, Gen Z knows the hustle: DoorDash at night, Etsy on weekends, remote gig on your phone. Reality check: you can't out-budget poverty. Better plan: focus on income expansion, not just frugality. Upskill with free platforms, start a side hustle, and automate your savings. Point 7. The 15-year mortgage is always better. Sure, the 15-year mortgage saves on interest, but the payments are higher. In 2025, mortgage rates hover around 6.75%. For many first-time buyers, the math just doesn't work. Let's do the math. On a $350,000 loan, a 30-year mortgage costs about $2,270 per month, compared to $3,090 per month for a 15-year mortgage. Big difference. Smarter strategy: start with a 30-year mortgage, then make extra payments when your income allows. Flexibility beats pressure, because too much pressure can hurt your health, and you could end up losing everything. Point 8. Don't ever co-sign a loan. Normally great advice, but Gen Z is different. Families sometimes co-sign student loans or car notes just to help each other survive. The risk: if they default, you're on the hook. Mitigated risk: only co-sign if it's a manageable amount and there's a clear backup plan. And if you're the one asking, treat it like a real contract. Point 9. Invest only in mutual funds with long-term track records. Dave's portfolio is basically 4 mutual funds in a trench coat. But in 2025, Gen Z is investing in fractional shares, ETFs, and alternative assets like crypto, REITs, and even art. According to Fidelity's 2024 Gen Z Investor Report, 65% of Gen Z owns crypto or stocks, and 40% use investing apps. 2025 approach: diversify across ETFs, some mutual funds, and real assets. Learn before you leap. And yes, you can have fun with 5 to 10% in riskier plays. Just don't bet it all on Dogecoin. Point 10. You don't need a credit score. Yes, we're circling back because this one deserves a double take. Dave's proud of his 0 credit score. The problem? In 2025, that's like showing up to a party with no invite. Real talk: no credit score equals higher deposits, fewer loan approvals, and way more hassle. Gen Z tip: don't fear the score. Use credit like a tool. Responsible usage unlocks better rates and life options. Look, Dave Ramsey has helped millions. He's got some timeless gems about living below your means, avoiding toxic debt, and thinking long-term. But the world has changed. What worked in 1994 might leave you broke or stuck by 2025. Rent is sky high. Degrees cost more than cars. The job market is a side hustle jungle. So instead of clinging to outdated rules, we need flexible financial thinking, smart debt, strategic investing, and income generation. Because financial peace doesn't come from following rigid steps, it comes from adapting with the times. And remember, your greatest asset isn't money. It's your ability to learn, adapt, and earn, especially when the rules are changing. So what do you think about this topic? Feel free to comment below and let us know.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more, feel free to check out our next video.